I'm so shaken right now. I'm about to enter the sting zone with the bull rout, freshwater stonefish from Australia. Ah! What's going on, guys? I'm back in Australia, home of the most deadly and venomous creatures on the planet, to test the sting of an animal that is said to cause the most pain out of any creature that lives in Australia, which is pretty crazy. But to help me do it, I'm joined today by my good friend, Miller Wilson. What's up, dude?
Good to have you back, Mark.
I am excited to be here, Miller, but I gotta say, I'm a little nervous about this video. Why don't you tell everybody at home what creature we're trying to catch today?
So today we're going to be trying to track down Australia's most venomous freshwater fish, the bull rout, also known as the freshwater stonefish.
Which is a pretty aggressive title for an animal, because I have been stung by the saltwater stonefish, and it's something I would honestly never attempt again. So when you told me about the bull rout, of course I was curious.
I know 3 people who have been stung by this fish, and all 3 of those people were hospitalized.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh, dang it. All right, well, we're gonna try our best to catch one of these guys, so Miller and I are gonna hit the trail and see if we can find ourselves a freshwater stonefish. Anything to look out for over here, Miller?
Lots of venomous snakes around this area. Some of the world's most venomous snakes actually live in this forest, so
really,
got to be careful.
Aren't there leeches out here?
Leeches, plenty of leeches as well. No shortage of them.
Yeah, probably gonna get a couple leeches today.
Hope it. God. Oh, here's a big leech right here. Oh, here's a couple.
Oh, tiger leeches.
Oh, there's another one. They're everywhere.
They're like going up your legs.
Yeah. But look, they're literally everywhere, all over the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh wow, there's one right in my boot. That got me.
Leech alley. Look, there's another one on my foot right there.
Gosh, this place is full of stuff that wants to bite you and sting you. All right, here we go.
All right, let's go.
I want to know a little bit more about these hospitalizations. Tell me about one of the stories, if you don't mind.
Yeah, so it was actually my granddad.
No way.
And he was a police officer, and they got a call up saying that there was an illegal fishing net in a freshwater river. So he went out there to remove it, and as he was pulling in the net, he put his hand on bull rout, a freshwater stonefish, and got multiple spines in his hand.
He grabbed it?
He grabbed it, yeah.
Oh.
Very bad.
He ended up going to the hospital?
He went to the hospital, they gave him some medication. Yeah, his hand swelled up like a balloon, and for the next couple days, it was still painful. So, something that you have to be very careful of. All right,
well, we are going to attempt to navigate this creek and hopefully get a freshwater stonefish into the net. So where are the stonefish living?
We're gonna have to be very careful, because even in all of these little pools right here, I've found big stonefish in before, because when it floods down at this creek system, it washes them from the deeper pools that they usually live in into all these shallow sections.
You could see how easy it would be for something to just live right underneath that. You step there and then you're in a world of pain.
World of pain, that's it. Up here is where I've actually found one of these bull rout before, so we'll go check it out.
So Miller, are they very fast, or are they pretty stoic?
So the reason why so many people get stung is because they won't move out of your way.
Okay.
They know how venomous they are, and they'll sit there with their spikes up. Even if you walk over to the side of them, they will angle their spikes towards you.
So that's almost like, reminds me of a lionfish. They're aware of where their spines are, and they'll pivot right to you. So, if you step near one, you're stepping on it.
Yeah, for sure. No doubt we would have walked past a few of these fish already, and they're just so camouflaged, very hard to see. Got one, right here.
Really?
Big freshwater stonefish. That's actually massive.
Where is it?
Look, sitting next to the...
Oh, yeah. Wow, good eye, dude.
That's a big bull rout.
It looks just like a leaf. You guys got a shot of that? Look at that. And it's not gonna spook, right? Like, we got a moment?
No, so they use that as a defense mechanism. Like, if we were to go and stand on top of that fish right there, it's not moving.
Whoa. How are we gonna catch it, Miller? Do you wanna snag it with the net, or?
I think if you use that clear container, put it in front of the fish, I'll come around the back and tap it on the tail. It might go in.
Okay, let's try.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
Just gently push it. There we go. All right, shut the lid.
Got it.
Got it.
Let me fill it all the way with water. This is dangerous.
Yeah.
All right.
That is a monster.
Look at that. Oh my
Good
gosh.
job,
Oh, it barely fits.
Mark. That is a monster. That is the biggest freshwater stonefish I've ever seen in this creek. Good job. We
Wow,
got
no,
one.
good job to you for spotting it. Look at how perfectly camouflaged this fish is to this environment. And I noticed that it spazzed a little bit when we caught it. So this isn't an animal that we're gonna be able to hold easily.
No, they're a lot more difficult to handle than the saltwater stonefish.
Okay, well, now it's time for the moment that I've been dreading all day long. It's time to set up the sting table. All right, Miller, are we all set?
It's all you, mate.
All right, here we go, guys. Well, there it is. You are looking at the bull rout, the freshwater stonefish, and one of the most unusual stinging fish I have ever seen. Wow, man. Tell you what, Miller, it's always exciting going on adventures with you, man, but I am definitely feeling the nerves right now. This is uncharted territory.
I don't think anyone's ever been stung by both a freshwater and saltwater stonefish before. So to compare the pain from both stings will be something that no one's ever done 100%.
The saltwater stonefish was by far and away one of the worst stings I have ever experienced. When it's all said and done, this should be just extraordinarily painful for me and hopefully educational for you. Ah! God. Immediate fire. Spreading up my fingers. I can already feel it in these three. Hang on, I gotta walk it off. I had lasting symptoms. We're talking these 3 fingers right here were completely numb for 3 months. Yes, 3 months of complete numbness in these fingers from the saltwater stonefish. So in terms of what this fish would have to do to ascend beyond that pain, it's a lot, guys. All right, before we get into this sting experiment, let's take a closer look at this very unusual and very seldomly seen fish. The first thing that I want to point out that I've already noticed is since we pulled it out of the stream, it has now completely changed its appearance. Once we sat it on this light metal table, it is also now much lighter in coloration. And I believe if you zoom in close enough, you'll be able to see why. There's these tiny black dots all around its scales and its face. And I think those are like chromatophores, just like you'd see on a squid or an octopus, where it can expand and contract those cells to completely change its color. So the camouflage is great for avoiding predators, but if you can't avoid a predator, what does this fish use? It's super toxic venom. And it delivers that dose of venom through its venomous barbs, the spines up and down the dorsal fin. There are spines here at the tail, and there are spines underneath the belly of the fish on the pelvic fins. So there's really no good way to hold this fish for today's sting experiment. And that's why, until I'm ready to take the sting, once we get it out of the container, I will be wearing gloves. Now, just like all the other bite sting experiments, we are going to put this fish on the bite sting index on 3 different factors: intimidation, pain, and aftermath. One last thing, for a remedy, your best first aid scenario in any fish sting, hot water and a compress. So with all that being said, it is time to enter the sting zone with the freshwater stonefish. You ready, Miller?
Ready to go, mate.
Okay. All right, so the fish can be out of water for upwards of 10 minutes. It won't be that long, but just so everybody knows, this fish can breathe air while being out of water. All right, look at how it raises its fins in defense. I just want to point that out. As soon as I go in for the grab, ching, like a bed of spikes, raises them up for defense. Okay, got a grip. Okay, fish is out. Miller, why don't you come in here? I'm gonna remove this glove. I just want you to basically hold the fish in place.
Yeah.
All right. I'm so shaken right now. And I'm about to enter the sting zone with the bull rout, freshwater stonefish from Australia, on 3. 1, 2, 3. Ah! Oh, we got it. Yep, definitely in. Ugh. Ah! Get it, good. Ah! Yep, okay. Miller, put it back in the water, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, that burns. Ow. and it is burning, building. Yeah. Clearly see where the spine went in. It went in pretty much up to the, I can't talk right now, hang on. Miller hurts. Yeah, definitely burns. Like all through those fingers. Definitely some neurotoxin going on in there. It's not just, it's not like the other ones. It's way different than the saltwater stonefish. Way different.
And those spines way sharper than the stonefish.
It took almost no pressure.
And that went all the way in as well. That's a good sting.
Yeah. Those spines are needle sharp. If you put all of your weight, it would go all the way in. Like, I could have easily gotten that spine an inch into my hand with more pressure. Like, it was just going. And I'm here to tell you, if you were to step on one of these fish, if you were to take a whole handful of spines, you're definitely going to the hospital. Like, this is excruciating, just a single barb. Wow.
Do you need any hot water?
Yeah, I'm gonna just try to endure it a little bit. I just wanna see if it spreads beyond my hand before I put it out. I don't know. We're gonna have to wait to see how bad this gets, the aftermath. Miller, thank you, brother.
Good job, mate.
Now we've gotta wait for the next 24 to 48 hours to see just how bad this sting gets. Don't forget, if you're ever stung yourself, hot water, compress, and if that doesn't work, hospital. But right now, we are going to roll the official Brave Wilderness Sting Index rating of the bull rout, the freshwater stonefish from Australia. Roll it. On intimidation, I was definitely nervous. The saltwater stonefish caused lasting nerve damage in my hand for over 3 months, so I had an idea what I was in for. And once I saw those long venom-laced spines stand up, it sent chills all over my body. Even though the bull rout may be a smaller fish, the unknowns of its venom score it big-time points. Plus, hearing Miller's account of his granddad going to the hospital from a sting, yeah, I have to award this fish a whopping 9.2 out of 10. For pain, just like the saltwater stonefish, the sting sparked an instant inferno that intensified with each passing minute. And even though the small puncture wound may not have bled out very much, the venom surely found its way deep into my hand, and it hurt bad, giving this fish an 8.7 out of 10 on the pain index. For the aftermath, there really wasn't one. It was nowhere near the saltwater stonefish in long-term effects, and after applying the hot compress, the burning sensation subsided entirely, much like my reaction from the scorpion fish in Florida. Now, my hand was a bit sore for the rest of the day, but that was about the full extent of the aftermath. All this being said, I can only award this river-dwelling fish a 4.7 out of 10 in this category, giving the final tally of the bull rout, the freshwater stonefish from Australia, a 7.5 out of 10, falling just below the assassin bug of Borneo on the Brave Wilderness Bite Sting Index. Woo! Look at that. And how many of you watching right now would love to be standing right here with me, appearing on the Brave Wilderness channel? Well, now it's your turn. For the first time ever, we're inviting anyone brave enough to join me and the crew on a real Brave Wilderness adventure starring you. Next year, we are leading groups at 2 of my favorite locations on the planet. Starting on the East Coast, we will explore majestic shorelines for intertidal wildlife at Acadia National Park. And then we'll head west to the desert mountains of Zion and search for a variety of interesting animals, including prehistoric relics from the past. Not an animal expert? Not a problem. There's gonna be something for everyone on these epic adventures. Over 3 unforgettable days, you'll also hike stunning trails, make lasting friendships, and learn the secrets of what it takes to make the world's most viral wildlife videos directly from me. Guys, space is super limited, so click the link in the description or follow this link here and be the first to find out how to snag a spot on one of these 2 adventures and see if you have what it takes to become brave. Right now, we are searching these tide pools off the coast of Eastern Australia for the most toxic fish on the planet. The stonefish is notorious for having the most painful sting in all of nature. And today, I'm going to get stung by a stonefish. But first, we've got to find one. Let's get looking. It's going to be very hard to find the stonefish because in addition to their legendary sting, they are masters of hiding. The key to this is going to be to move slow, methodically, and to not step on the stonefish. You could be looking right at a stonefish and not even realize it. And that's why so many people step on them by accident. But stonefish aren't all we have to look out for. This isn't the only animal that could do you harm here in the tide pools off of Australia. We also have cone snails and the blue ring octopus, one of the most lethal creatures in the world. And not only is it risky just being out here, but we also have to beat the clock. The tide is coming in fast, and this whole area is about to be completely underwater. So if we want to catch a stonefish, we need to do that before it happens. Everything looks exactly the same. This is going to be tough. Oh, right there. You see it moving? That is the stonefish. And I never would have seen that fish if it didn't give itself away by moving. Holy smokes. Now these fish are so toxic, they don't really have a flight response. I'm gonna attempt to catch the most toxic fish in the world with my bare hands. All right, here we go. Wow, there it is. That is the stonefish. Look at that tide pool monster. I can't believe we found one. I mean, it looks like a living rock. I never would have spotted this fish if it didn't move. The fact that it swam a little bit there is the only reason I was able to catch this fish. And you can see how docile this fish is. It knows just how toxic it can be. Wow. But the table is set for what will be likely the worst sting I ever take. Placing the stonefish in the tank hit my nerves hard. I'm about to get stung by a stonefish. Stonefish stings are said to be one of the most painful experiences a human can endure. And I've already experienced my fair share of fish stings. One from the most common fish sting, which is the lionfish. And the other from the scorpionfish, which is the most toxic fish sting in North America. Oh, yeah, he got me. Oh. Each sting was painful, but I was certainly able to tough it out with basic treatment. However, each of those fish fall far short of the danger from the stonefish. Not every day you get to carry around the world's most toxic fish in a tank. This fish might just have the worst sting in the entire animal kingdom. Man, my nerves are firing right now. Just looking at this fish is so incredibly cool. Look at all the growths all over its body. Definitely earns its name, the stonefish, a master of camouflage. All right, let's go hands-on once again with the stonefish. The reason I can handle this fish is because it can only sting from the spines on top. Wow. This fish has developed the most potent fish toxin in the world. The toxin is only to defend itself. Unfortunately, as you can see, it is so docile that it's very easy for people to step on these fish. And that is the most common way people are stung by the stonefish. The toxin of this fish not only induces extraordinary pain, it can actually cause muscle spasms and eventual paralysis. And there have even been reported deaths from stonefish stings. But now I think it's time to see how this fish injects its venom. I'm going to just pour out this water. Gonna use this little tank here as a platform. This fish is perfectly fine being out of the water for extended periods of time because they've adapted the ability to actually hold water in their gills. It's not uncommon to see stonefish just laying on the rocks in these tide pools. So in the little bit of time that we have it here in front of the cameras, totally fine. All right, so I brought with me a piece of neoprene. I'm going to use this piece of neoprene to simulate skin so I can show you what would happen if you stepped on the stonefish. This animal has the ability to fire its venom into the wound created by its spine. That's why people who are envenomated and step on these stonefish end up in such a bad situation. It's not only that it's the most toxic venom, it's that you also get the most volume. Look at how sharp that spine is. Okay, in order to do this properly, I do need to get out some eye protection, so I'm gonna do that quickly. This venom, it has enough toxin in it to cause vision problems and perhaps even blindness. All right, let's see in slow motion how these spines inject venom. We'll do these top two, guys. Ready? Here they go. 1, 2, 3. Oh, wow. Look at that. And it's like blue. Holy cow. Look at how much venom just came out of that fish. And let's do another one. Do it one more time. Oh my gosh, guys, the spines are blue. And once those spines are out, they stay out. They're ready to defend. All right, let me try these spines on the back here. 1, 2, 3. Wow, that is what would be inside of your foot if you were to step on a stonefish. Now, it will regenerate its venom. This doesn't hurt the fish at all. And you can see these sheaths will just slide right back up. But holy cow, I gotta take a minute and process what I just saw. Oh, that is bad. I won't lie, I'm getting pretty nervous right now. This is something you should never do. I've consulted experts, people who have been stung. I've done my research, I've done my homework, but even still, I am extremely nervous about what is about to happen. It's said that this is the most painful sting in the world. Wish me luck. The moment has come. It's time to be stung by the world's most toxic fish. I am borderline terrified. I've thought long and hard about whether or not to even go through with this, but I'm doing this today because through my research on the stonefish, I have found a lot of misinformation out there. There's a lot of stories that pretty much describe certain death if you're stung by a stonefish, and that's just simply not the case. While this toxin in the base of its spines is extremely potent, it is thermolyable. So if treated properly and if needed with medical attention, you will survive the sting of a stonefish. Most of the victims that end up dying from stonefish stings, but has more to do with the pain and shock that leads to cardiac arrest. This venom is meant to cause you pain, but I have brought the antidote with me today. A thermos filled with hot water that's around 114 degrees Fahrenheit, a compress to hold over the wound, and then of course, if I do go into any state of anaphylactic shock, I always carry with me an EpiPen. We are about 3 minutes drive from an emergency room. So even if the worst case scenario does unfold today, I should have plenty of time to be able to get to emergency medical attention. All right, my plan today is to take a microdose of stonefish venom. The venom from that neoprene trial is already coating the spikes, so they are locked and loaded, ready to go. When it's all said and done, this should be just extraordinarily painful for me and hopefully very educational for you. This is going to likely be the worst sting that I ever take. I'm Mark Vins, and I'm about to enter the sting zone with the stonefish, the most toxic fish in the world. All right, I'm gonna go with this front spine here. Ready? This spine. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Ah! Yep. I already feel a burn. I could feel it spreading up my finger right now. And it does not feel good. Wow, the tide is coming in. All right, here, let's, hang on. Let's move out of here, the tide's rolling in.
You okay, Mark?
Yeah, hang on, I'm gonna come over here. Andrew, put the fish back in the tank, man. Oh, right there is where the spine went in. God, immediate fire spreading up my fingers. I can already feel it in these 3.
Can you help, Mark? Are you okay?
No, I'm okay. I'm okay right now. It's like a different magnitude of pain. It is like throbby, achy. Hang on, I gotta walk it off. Yeah. I'm gonna try to tough it out for a little bit. I wanna see how far the venom spreads before I start applying the first aid. This is borderline unbearable. Oh my gosh.
Let me know when you need the water, Mark.
I'm just like, it's making me nervous. Oh my gosh. Yeah, definitely drew a little bit of blood. Oh, and it is hot. It's like closing my hand is becoming hard. Yeah, it's spreading. It's like all up the back of my hand now. I think I need to go for the hot water, guys. I don't want this to spread anymore. I'm going to hot water. There we go. Stonefish is good. Now, I need to fix myself. So this hot water will actually stop the venom from working and should help my pain. Every bit as painful as advertised. I never want to do that again. And I need to get more hot water on this sting. And hopefully the pain subsides, but it's still increasing for me. Tingling pain continued to build and spread up through my shoulder all the way to my neck. Even a month after the sting, I still have numbness and tingles in my fingers. The immediate pain wasn't enough to send me to the hospital, but as we released the stonefish, I could imagine what would happen if a full load of its venom were to go in my foot. That instance would send you directly to the hospital. And if you're ever stung, please, you should seek medical attention as soon as possible. Needless to say, the stonefish certainly lives up to the legend of being the most painful fish on the planet. Woo! Look at that. And how many of you watching right now would love to be standing right here with me, appearing on the Brave Wilderness channel? Well, now it's your turn. For the first time ever, we're inviting anyone brave enough to join me and the crew on a real Brave Wilderness adventure starring you. Next year, we are leading groups at 2 of my favorite locations on the planet. Starting on the East Coast, we will explore majestic shorelines for intertidal wildlife at Acadia National Park. And then we'll head west to the desert mountains of Zion and search for a variety of interesting animals, including prehistoric relics from the past. Not an animal expert? Not a problem. There's gonna be something for everyone on these epic adventures. Over 3 unforgettable days, you'll also hike stunning trails, make lasting friendships, and learn the secrets of what it takes to make the world's most viral wildlife videos directly from me. Guys, space is super limited, so click the link in the description or follow this link here and be the first to find out how to snag a spot on one of these 2 adventures and see if you have what it takes to become brave. This could be the one that sends me to the hospital. On 3. I am terrified. Tonight, I am on the hunt for the only deadly scorpion to live in the United States. This is a creature that should be avoided at all costs, but if I can catch an Arizona bark scorpion, I will intentionally take a sting, describe the pain, and show you an experience that has caused multiple human fatalities. Black light on, let's get searching. Over the years, I have been no stranger to experimenting with stings from the world's most painful creatures. But after surviving a horrible stonefish sting in Australia, I thought the worst pain I could experience had been set. That is, until this video. The bark scorpion is the only scorpion in the United States that is known to possess a potentially life-threatening sting. Every year, hundreds of cases are treated in hospitals all throughout the Southwest. So as much as this video will be shocking to some, it's an important lesson on how to identify this dangerous scorpion if you ever find yourself in this terrifying situation. So the sun has completely set, and you can see how much area I can cover with my blacklight. Now, the reason I am using the beast, as we call it, as a tool for tonight's search is because, like almost every scorpion on the planet, the Arizona bark scorpion will glow green underneath the blacklight. Now, this flat area, not a bad place to look for scorpions. You can find them here, but the best place to look, down in the wash, which is just ahead. Let's go this way. So this is a scorpion hole. No scorpion, but see how it's long ways? That's from the pinchers coming out this way. That's a big scorpion den right there. Got a scorpion right here. Scorpion. I can't tell what kind it is, but I definitely have one. See it right here? Right there? I'm going to carefully move around here. Oh, it's on to me. Got him. All right. Yep, it's gonna pinch me a little bit, and then before it calms down. Okay, look at that venom at the tip of the tail. Ah, let go of me. Ah. I've got a good hold. Look at that. I mean, unmistakable, right? Like you are not gonna miss something glowing out here in the desert that color. But unfortunately, this is not the bark scorpion that we are looking for. This is actually a very small desert hairy scorpion, one that I have already been stung by. Oh, you're pinching me. One that I have already been stung by for the Brave Wilderness Bite Sting Index, but this is a good sign that there are scorpions on the move. Let's put this little desert hairy back down where we found it and keep searching. Bye, buddy. Got a scorpion. Oh. Don't spook it, don't spook it, don't spook it. Got it. Oh my goodness. Bark scorpion. Bark scorpion. Look at that. This is the most dangerous scorpion in all of North America, and one that has actually been responsible for human deaths. Okay, get it in the jar. Relax. Woo! Okay. I cannot believe we found it. We were about to give up and head home for the night. Sure enough, this is the scorpion that I will now go up against to show you what it's like to get stung by one of the most feared arachnids in the world, the bark scorpion of the United States. Let's go set up the sting table. Here we go. That is the real deal, the bark scorpion. When it comes to scorpions that could be potentially dangerous and even life-threatening, the bark scorpion is the only scorpion that lives in the United States that's considered potentially deadly. And if you're wondering if I'm nervous, I am terrified. This sting pushes the limit. I hope I can make it through this one, guys. This one could be bad. I'm gonna take the scorpion out of the container so I could show you some of the key identifiers to know if you're looking at the Arizona bark scorpion or not. Okay, here we go. There are three main things you want to look for. See how the claws are very elongated. They're not powerful. They do not hurt. They can't really pinch you like a giant desert hairy scorpion could. Ah, yeah. These claws are very delicate, and they just use their claws for eating. They're not using those claws to capture their prey. What they are using, though, is their extraordinarily potent venom. If you look at the tip of the tail, the telson is what it's called. At the base of the stinger, the bark scorpion has a tooth. See that little notch? I can barely see it with my own eyes, but it's there. And that's how I was able to confirm this is a bark scorpion. No tooth, no bark. The third and most practical way to know that you're dealing with the bark scorpion is just by observing how you found it in the first place. Here we go, watch this. See that? Ran right underneath this piece of wood, hanging upside down. And these scorpions like to hide like this, guys, out of sight, inverted, underneath objects. So you can see here easily why people often get stung by bark scorpions. You're doing yard work, you pick up a piece of wood or a rock, you don't see the scorpion, you accidentally grab it, bam, you're stung. And what's worse than that, you often don't even see what stung you, but you sure can feel it. Now, it's time for the moment that I have been dreading for over 15 years, ever since I started coming to the Sonoran Desert. Quick PSA, I feel obligated to tell you, like I always tell you, but this one, guys, I'm very serious. Never attempt to recreate what you are about to see. All right, guys. Here we go. I hope I'm going to be okay and that this is just very painful in terms of an experience, but there's a chance that this might be the one, this could be the one that sends me to the hospital. Like we always do for the Bite Sting Index, I'm going to rate the sting of this scorpion on 3 different factors: intimidation, pain, and aftermath. I am intimidated, very much so. The pain, I believe, is going to be very severe, and for aftermath, this could be a high score. My heart is beating out of my chest. I absolutely feel fear right now. This is for real, I'm doing it. I'm Mark Vins, and I'm about to enter the sting zone with the Arizona bark scorpion. I am terrified. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Wow! Oh, that's painful. Oh, that's terrible. Oh! Whoa! Holy smokes! Oh! 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 I gotta put it away. I gotta put it back. Oh God, that's so bad. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh. 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 Ah. Oh my gosh, guys, it's so bad. It's just my whole hand's numb. My whole hand is numb. Radiating heat. It's like, it's so painful. Oh my gosh, I have never felt instant pain like that. I thought it was gonna be bad, but I did not think it was gonna be this bad. Oh my gosh. Oh, more painful than stonefish, it's more painful than bullet ant. It's way more painful than the bullet ant. Oh.
Wow, we have a new king today.
Oh gosh, it really burns. It really burns to touch. It's so tender. So tender, all through my finger. Oh gosh, and it hit me like I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready for that. I was not ready. I was not prepared for it to be this bad. Oh, it's getting worse. It feels like my whole hand's just like wanting to like curl up and seize. My whole finger is like almost like going paralyzed. That hurts. Oh, and it's swelling bad. Look at that. Look at my finger swelling up. Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh. Never in my life have I felt a pain so shocking and so jarring. And what's crazier is the build of this sting was the first time I seriously thought about going to the hospital. In over 10 years of making videos on Brave Wilderness, I've never had to go or even thought about going. But this sting gets scary. For intimidation, this scorpion gets a huge score because it is well known for being the worst and most dangerous scorpion in North America. No other scorpion even comes close to being as feared as this one, and for that, it gets a 9.8 out of 10. For pain, I know I've had gnarlier looking stings before, like the bullet ant and the tarantula hawk that made my arm flare up right away, but this one was worse by far. It was like being struck by a lightning bolt of pain that made me jump up in the air and my whole hand shocked into numbness within a matter of seconds, leaving behind a pulsating pins and needles electrical fire in its wake. Simply put, it's a solid 10 of 10. For aftermath, this is where it got bad. The electrical pins and needles in my hand got worse, almost too painful to even touch. And then it started to spread. First up the top of my arm, then my whole arm up to my elbow went numb. And that radiating Charlie horse pain got worse and worse and worse. And as the pain started to creep past my elbow, I thought I was certainly going to need to go to the hospital. And I'll admit to you right now, I was terrified that I had finally pushed it too far. And I told myself, if it gets to my shoulder, we're going. But luckily for me, it stopped just short. And after about 12 hours of numbness, it retreated back to my elbow, and by the next morning, it was only radiating in my hand and wrist. All in all, it took 4 days to regain feeling in most of my hand, but my finger and thumb took a full week to recover. So I'm sure by now you've guessed it, the aftermath was also a 10 out of 10, giving the Arizona bark scorpion a total BSI score of a 9.9, which easily dethrones the bullet ant and making it the brand new king of sting. Woo! Look at that. And how many of you watching right now would love to be standing right here with me, appearing on the Brave Wilderness channel? Well, now it's your turn. For the first time ever, we're inviting anyone brave enough to join me and the crew on a real Brave Wilderness adventure starring you. Next year, we are leading groups at 2 of my favorite locations on the planet. Starting on the East Coast, we will explore majestic shorelines for intertidal wildlife at Acadia National Park. And then we'll head west to the desert mountains of Zion and search for a variety of interesting animals, including prehistoric relics from the past. Not an animal expert? Not a problem. There's gonna be something for everyone on these epic adventures. Over 3 unforgettable days, you'll also hike stunning trails, make lasting friendships, and learn the secrets of what it takes to make the world's most viral wildlife videos directly from me. Guys, space is super limited, so click the link in the description or follow this link here and be the first to find out how to snag a spot on one of these 2 adventures and see if you have what it takes to become brave. I'm Mark Vins, and I'm about to enter the sting zone with a big blue bee. On 3, ready? 1, 2, 3. Minutes after filming the sting of the largest bee I've ever gone up against, I noticed something even more striking buzzing around the brush. There's a bee. There's a bee. Got him! Got him! Yes! It's a blue one! You gotta see this, oh my goodness. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look at that. It's blue. Holy cow. I think it's now turned from a sting test to a sting comparison. Just a few minutes ago, I was stung by a big black carpenter bee, which walloped me. But I didn't know they came in blue. What's your bet? Black or blue? In this video, we're going to find out which of these giant bees has the more painful sting and which of them will rate higher on the Brave Wilderness Bite Sting Index. And we're back. We have 1 black carpenter bee and 1 blue carpenter bee, the new contender. I was stung by this black carpenter bee. A broad-handed bee is another name for it. Right there, yesterday, this bee is ticked and it is going to sting the heck out of me. 1, 2, 3. Oh, wow, yeah, wow. Oh, I want to get away. All right, let's get this bee. You see the venom coming out of that hole? Yeah, big bee got me. Big bee got me. And you can see in 24 hours, the swelling has expanded to cover nearly my entire forearm. You can see all that inflammation right there. Check this out, it even jiggles. Cool. But of course, as we were wrapping up yesterday, packing up all the gear, starting to film the aftermath scenes for the BSI rating of the broad-handed black carpenter bee, this new contender entered the picture. We have unlocked a new character, a blue carpenter bee. I have never seen a bee with a blue coat before. And it's not kind of blue, guys. Let's get a tight shot of this. It is really blue. We're talking sky blue coat all over the back of the bee, around the face, on the front legs, and it even has a blue iridescent shine to the wings. So, seeing that this bee is ultra colorful and aposematic, blue is a warning color, I'm thinking to myself, gosh, that black carpenter bee really packed a punch. But maybe, just maybe, the blue carpenter bee is even worse. In my mind, the bigger the bee, the bigger the sting. However, we know from all the sting tests we've done, size isn't the only factor. The potency of the venom means a lot. For example, let's take a quick look back at this small but ultra painful cow killer. On 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Yeah. Holy moly. Yeah, that's one of the better ones I've taken. It is, I can already tell you right now, the swelling from this tomorrow is going to be so much worse than it is right now. And the pain, the power of the venom in this bee is fresh in my mind. So does the black carpenter bee, being a bigger bee, have a more powerful sting? Or will the real BSI champ be this beautiful blue carpenter bee? There's only one way to find out, and we came a long way to get here in Borneo. So if there's ever a time for a sting off between the black and the blue carpenter bee, this is it. And with that, I think it's time to enter the sting zone once more. What do you guys say?
It's time, Mark.
Okay, let's put the black carpenter bee aside for now and really focus in on today's new entrant to the Brave Wilderness Bite Sting Index. Now, I will be grading this sting, as always, on 3 factors: intimidation, pain, aftermath. Intimidation, it's a lot smaller than the broad-handed bee from yesterday, but the pain, that's what I'm interested in. That coloration could be a warning sign, could be a signal that this bee's venom is way worse than the broad-handed bee. But they're called carpenter bees because of how they reproduce. When a female bee wants to lay an egg, she will bore into wood. They'll leave one egg behind with a ball of pollen. They are pollinators. And then that larva will hatch from the egg, eat the pollen, emerge as a bee, and the cycle continues again. But for me, the takeaway is that these bees have jaws strong enough to saw through wood. And if it bites me, I'm in for a world of hurt. The aftermath, of course, we won't know for at least a day because we've seen what this can do in a day. And I am running out of canvas. Gonna address that real quick. Typically, for a comparison, I like to do the opposite arm or maybe another spot on the arm. This forearm is completely cooked. This forearm, I just got stung by a really strange insect earlier today, and it's wreaking havoc on me already. I've already got a big goose egg here, so I don't want to mess with that experiment. So I think the only blank canvas that I have to offer for the blue carpenter bee is a little further up my sleeve. So I'm gonna take a sting right here.
Mark, you look like Papa.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm gonna need a vacation after this trip, guys. I am getting nailed. All right. Okay. This is not gonna be good. All right, here we go. I'm gonna really try not to lose this bee. This is the only blue carpenter bee we've seen all week long. This is a rare one. All right, I'm gonna keep the net on standby. You guys ready?
We're ready, Mark.
Here we go. Oh, it woke up. Okay. Got it. Just so you guys know, I'm not hurting the bee at all by doing this. It is super tough. Oh man, see that stinger fishing already? Okay. I'm gonna have to do this quick. This bee is super slippery. That blue coat is so slippy. Okay, we got it. All right, here we go. I'm Mark Vins, and I'm about to enter the sting zone with a big blue bee. On 3, ready? 1, 2, 3. Ah, bite me. Ah, yeah, oh, it got me. Oh, hang on, it's biting me. He's in there, he's on. Oh, yeah, yeah, oh. Ooh. Oh man. All right, someone get the net. Cover him. Ah! Oh, yeah, that stings. Get back in the container. Oh, come on, come on. Oh, it stings. God. Ah. 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 Oh, yeah. She's a biter. She's a biter. And she stings. That didn't happen yesterday. Took 2 really good stings. Multiple bites. Oh, got a headache.
You okay, Mark?
Ah, dude. Ah. Oh, that was so much worse on this bite and the sting than yesterday. Like,
Worse than the black bee?
I mean, she bit the heck out of me. She bit me so hard I'm bleeding. Ah, those bees can chew through wood. She had no problem popping through my skin. Look at that, guys. I'm surprised I'm not bleeding more for how bad that hurt. Oh. Okay. Okay. You get the shot?
We got it.
Okay. I don't want to do that again. I think I'm done with carpenter bees. My arm is like, what the heck? What is going on? What are you thinking? Oh man, the venom's starting to set in too. You can see, stings are down below. All right, let's roll into it. Where does the big blue bee rank next to the black carpenter bee here in Borneo? Let's roll the ratings. Here we go. On intimidation, the blue bee was a bit less intimidating than its larger cousin, the black broad-handed bee. Seeing them side by side and their stingers both on the table beforehand, certainly the black bee was a lot more formidable. However, the blue bee still gets a respectable score of a 7.2 out of 10 because that vivid blue color all over its body, which in nature can be used as a warning sign of high venom potency. For pain, the blue bee delivered with a huge dose of it right to my arm. It bit and stung me multiple times and would refuse to let go even when I tried to pull it off. The pain caused by its venom wasn't as distinct as the black bee, but the bite certainly made up for it. For that, I give it a 7.8 out of 10. And for the aftermath, the blue bee left behind a cluster of bite and sting sites on my arm. The bites all healed like an ordinary wound, but the venom made things much more uncomfortable. As it healed, it was joined by an unusually intense itch, which made the bite wounds hard to leave alone. However, the swelling and redness left behind was much less than that of the black bee, so the blue bee only earns an 8.1 out of 10. Altogether, this big blue bee ranks as a 7.7 out of 10 on the Brave Wilderness BSI, falling short of the black bee overall and sliding in just below the bite of the assassin bug. Woo! Look at that. And how many of you watching right now would love to be standing right here with me, appearing on the Brave Wilderness channel? Well, now it's your turn. For the first time ever, we're inviting anyone brave enough to join me and the crew on a real Brave Wilderness adventure starring you. Next year, we are leading groups at 2 of my favorite locations on the planet. Starting on the East Coast, we will explore majestic shorelines for intertidal wildlife at Acadia National Park. And then we'll head west to the desert mountains of Zion and search for a variety of interesting animals, including prehistoric relics from the past. Not an animal expert? Not a problem. There's gonna be something for everyone on these epic adventures. Over 3 unforgettable days, you'll also hike stunning trails, make lasting friendships, and learn the secrets of what it takes to make the world's most viral wildlife videos directly from me. Guys, space is super limited, so click the link in the description or follow this link here and be the first to find out how to snag a spot on one of these 2 adventures and see if you have what it takes to become brave. This is crazy. I'm using a drone to try to catch one of the most painful stinging insects on the planet. That's a warrior wasp nest. I have no idea whether or not this is going to work. Oh my gosh, I think we got one. Land, 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 land. Oh my gosh. I am going to finally take a sting from a warrior wasp, one of the most painful insect stings on the planet. Now, I really want to put this animal on the bite sting index, but the only problem is I've been searching for warrior wasps for days, and the only nest I've been able to find is all the way at the top of that tree. So if we're gonna catch a warrior wasp, it's gonna be a real challenge. We're not giving up. Let's see if we can get down to the base of the tree to see, one, if it's climbable at all. Two, if we can maybe makeshift an extra long bug net. This is an extended pole. Here, check this out. Look how long this gets.
Whoa, it just keeps going.
Yeah, I think that's fully extended. All right, yeah, see if we can attach this simple bug net to the end of this pole. Maybe I can climb up high enough is my thought, and I can swoop it down. This nest is easily 30 feet off the ground. I think I see it. Let's get under here and check it out. No, this is not looking good. That nest is 40, 50 feet up.
Only we can just fly up there.
Fly up there. Huh. Fly up there. How much do you think that weighs?
Well, that's really light. It's only a few grams.
It's light, right?
Really light.
Okay. I think I have a crazy idea. Let's get back up so we can get advantage of the nest. I've got a new plan. Let's go. All right. I think this could work. My thinking is because there is nothing in front of the nest and there's enough space there, I might be able to attach this net to a drone, and maybe with enough attempts, we catch one in the net. But let's get the drone out, man. This is it. We're gonna give it a shot. All right, get a little warm. Sun's coming out. Take that jacket off. Got some tape, set of pliers, got our net, a little bit of very thin twine, but very strong. And then of course we got an older drone. Yes, this drone has already seen a couple of bumps and bruises. With this net to essentially trail behind the drone like this. Okay, first things first, let's get a piece of string long enough. Got it, that is some strong string. Okay, I think something just like that. That's gonna do it. That's where we want it. Right in the center, right there. Okay. Now here's the thing, you only have one net. Gotta make sure it's really on there. Not to mention it's gonna have to stay in place. And no, in case you're wondering, I've never attempted anything like this before. This is a first. That's done, okay. Let's see how this looks. So this is the idea. And you guys are gonna let me know if you see any warrior wasps in the net, because as soon as we have a few, or at least one in the net, I'm gonna zing it back down, hit the deck as soon as we can. Hopefully it lands just like that, and then come up warrior wasp ready for a sting test. That's the plan anyway. I have no idea whether or not this is actually going to work. Let's give it a shot.
This might just work, Mark.
If this works, this will be the first time anyone has ever caught a warrior wasp with a drone. Here goes nothing. I'm just gonna record. All right, here we go. All right, fingers crossed. Clear? All right. That's a good sign. Here we go. What we're trying to do is unprecedented. Let me just go up high. I want to see if this I mean, I think that works, guys.
It's working pretty
really
good.
well. I'm impressed.
Ooh, that was bad. You got to go slow. So speed is not good.
Slow and steady.
There's no real prize for being fast here. This is surgical. It's like playing a game of Operation. Oh man, this is cool. All right, I've got eyes on the warrior wasp nest. Looks like the clearest path is like right here. You guys tell me if you see me hitting anything with the net.
Okay, we got our eyes on it.
Okay, I'm going in. First pass. There it is. All right, definitely, I could see a warrior wasp on the nest. I have not gotten a swarm yet. All right, they're starting to come out. I gotta turn on sport mode. There it goes. Okay. I didn't want to do that until I got close enough. I am right there, guys. They're not swarming. That net's right there though.
If you could somehow get that net to swing, I think one will get inside.
Like rocket back and forth. It's right there at the entrance, isn't it? Danger zone. All right, I'm gonna see if we got anything. Okay.
Okay.
Coming out. All right. Dropping the net. All right, nothing. All right, should we go back in for another pass?
Right next to you.
Where?
Right there.
Holy cow, that is a warrior wasp. See if I can go catch it.
Okay.
No, it evaded me. Oh man, that was definitely one. Good eye, whoever saw that. I feel like this is meant to be, guys. I feel like we can do this. Gosh, it's like I'm getting excited about getting stung. All right, here we go. Let's try going for another swing. Really want to get on this side. That's the clearest angle. Really don't want to be in sport mode until I get close. This is actually like pretty nice to have this obstacle avoidance right now. Keeps me like off of the tree. So I can just get in there and then I can go manual. All right, going manual. Now I'm seeing, oh yeah. There's a lot more warrior wasps hanging out on that nest right now. Oh, I see a swarm. One just flew. Okay, they're starting to come investigate the drone, and that is exactly what we want to happen. Come on, just one. Just need one. I'm gonna try to raise the net up, point the camera down, because that's about where the net should be. Oh yeah, I saw another one fly. This is good. Damn, the net is swinging the wrong way. Oh, it's right there. It's right there. There's definitely more. See that?
Oh my gosh.
Oh no. Oh no. Gotta get a wasp right now, or it's not gonna happen. I'm gonna try to swing the net around a few more times, but we're almost out of battery. If you can't already tell from all the beeping. Jeez. That's it, I've gotta bring it back. Maybe we got one, you never know. Just need one. Guys, I think there's something in there. I see something in there. There's definitely something in there. Watch out, watch out. Where's the other net? It's still there. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I think we got one. I think we got it. Land, 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 land. Yes! Is that? Oh my gosh, we got one! Woo! Oh my goodness. Hang on. Yes, that is a warrior wasp. Oh my gosh. Yes! Yes, all right, hang on, let me get it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, hang on. Let me get in the jar. Let me get in the jar. Come on. Come here, don't you go anywhere. Oh man, all right. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, get in there. Get in there, get in there. Oh, guys, it worked. Yeah, baby. Mwah. Yes, that might be the most amazing catch I have ever had in my whole career. Holy cow. Yes, all right. Oh my gosh, guys, high five. Holy cow. Yes. Yes. I cannot believe that we actually pulled that off. That's the world's first ever catch of any insect that's to my knowledge with a drone. This warrior wasp is like, what the heck just happened? Oh my goodness. Now it's time for me to take a sting and officially rate the warrior wasp on the Brave Wilderness by Sting Index. Let's set up the table, get this over with. Oh my goodness. I cannot believe that we actually pulled that off. We have set up the warrior wasp to enter the Bite Sting Index rankings on Brave Wilderness. Holy cow, I cannot believe it. All right, let's get some supplies out. We don't need this net anymore. I'm gonna keep that on standby though, just in case our wasp decides to make a run for it. Here we go, a few supplies that I need. Got my forceps, there we go. Can't do a sting test without an EpiPen. So just got a new epinephrine pen, and I got an arm. I got this arm. I'm gonna do this arm. I took a sting on this arm yesterday, so we're gonna use a blank canvas for this warrior wasp. This is one of the most infamous stings in the world. This is going to be a first time for me, and you can see right here, look at this. This warrior wasp is getting ready. It's staring me down right now. And these are notorious for being some of the most aggressive wasps. They will defend their nest with their lives, just like a swarm of bees. These wasps will swarm any would-be predator. In fact, they give a warning sign where they beat their wings together, and it can actually create the sound of drums. They're called the drumming wasp as another name. But this wasp, we know all too well as the warrior wasp. Ready to go, ready for battle, and I think that it's ready to enter the Bite Sting Index officially. So we have come up with a brand new sting index that we're going to rank all the world's worst venomous bites and stings on. And instead of coming up with just a pain factor, I have taken so many stings that I could tell you that it's not just the sting that you need to take into consideration. We are ranking this on 3 main factors. We have intimidation, pain, aftermath, all rated from 1 to 10, and then we add them all up and take an average to give the insect or arachnid the official Bite Sting Index for Brave Wilderness. Now, the warrior wasp is intimidating. It is all black, it has an iridescent shine, very menacing mandibles, and almost a fighter jet type appearance. When it flies through the air, you can actually see its abdomen sticking up in the air. It's almost like a harrier flying in to feast or defend. And that is why these insects possess such a painful sting. They are famous for their aggression to protect their nest. So when it comes to intimidation factor, I'd say it's pretty tough to get a taller rating on intimidation. As far as pain, I've never taken a sting, so I'm gonna give it a fair and honest assessment as to how bad the sting actually feels. And then of course, the aftermath. The aftermath of the sting is, I think, the most unique part of the Brave Wilderness Bite Sting Index, because it's often not the initial pain that really gets you. It's the days of healing from the damage. And then we will give you an instant score right after the sting. Can I please have the butterfly net? Thank you, Andrew. We are not taking any chances. I think you know full well just how unbelievable it was that we were able to get one warrior wasp. If this wasp gets away, that's all she wrote. We won't have a video. So I'm going to use this butterfly net as a bit of a safety net to make sure we get the warrior wasp in a good hold. Okay, and then we are not gonna take much time, guys. These warrior wasps are very strong for their size, and they can easily get away. So I'm gonna get it in the forceps. I'm gonna put out this arm, and we're gonna take the sting. Camera's rolling, camera's ready.
We're rolling.
This is a one and done. Here we go. Man, I'm getting nervous now. It's like hitting me. Like right now when I'm getting the insect into the forceps, my brain knows that it's about to be sting zone time, and I'm about to enter a world of pain. Okay, let's see if I can get a grip in here. Give it one chance, it will fly away without hesitation. Okay. Okay, I don't have a good hold. Can you come and open this, Andrew? Open the bag. I have an idea of how I can do this. There's another set of forceps at the top of this. Thank you. Okay. I feel like it's like a game of Operation. Now she's biting these forceps. Let go. Got the hold. This wasp is so impressive. So aggressive looking. Look at those mandibles. Those are some jaws. I have a feeling this isn't just gonna be a sting test. I'm gonna get chomped in the process, so we're gonna factor that into the score. Look at those wings go. I can feel the air coming off of them. This is a very strong wasp. It's gonna score some major points in the intimidation factor. Here we go, transferring. All right, it's officially time to put the warrior wasp on the Brave Wilderness BSI, the Bite Sting Index. I'm gonna get stung right there. Oh my gosh, yeah, this is gonna happen right away. All right, guys, ready? 1, 2, 3. It's stinging me, you see that? Wow. Ooh, stinger's in, it's pumping me. I'm getting bit. Let go. It's not gonna let go. It stung me again. I can't get him off. Ow. Dang. Oh, hang on, guys. Oh my gosh. I cannot believe how bad the bite was. All right, I think we've seen enough. I can tell you what, that is a serious sting, but man, that bite was for real. I'm gonna have to factor that in for sure to the pain score. I did not expect that. Holy cow. The warrior wasp, this insect means business. I'm gonna get through the aftermath, but you get to jump ahead. Let's give the warrior wasp an official ranking on the Bite Sting Index. Here it goes. On intimidation, the warrior wasp looks downright menacing. Its impressive size and appearance screams, "Don't mess with me, I pack a punch." Plus, knowing that this is ranked as one of the 4 worst insect stings on the planet, similar to the likes of the bullet ant and tarantula hawk, definitely made me nervous to take this sting. So for that, I give it a 7 out of 10. For pain, the sting lives up to the hype, which delivered immediate burning pain right through my arm. On top of that, it also packed a nasty bite, which was much worse than I expected, adding to the intensity of the pain that I felt. So for all that combined, I give it a 7.9 out of 10. For aftermath, the warrior wasp left me with major swelling and redness for multiple days, and was very tender to the touch. Now, while it was painful, it still fell short of the bone-crushing aftermath from the bullet ant. So for that, I only give it a 7.5 out of 10. All combined, the warrior wasp ranks at a 7.5 out of 10 on the Brave Wilderness BSI, which places it in some seriously painful company, at least for now. If you enjoyed that episode, make sure to search for the Brave Wilderness channel on YouTube so you can join me and the crew on our upcoming adventures.